Hey everybody, Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a few minutes tonight. Tonight we're going to be back in the new yard. We've got a new phone, so hopefully it's going to be more clear, sound better, and hopefully technology all works. We'll keep our fingers crossed. So we're going to give her a shot with the new phone, see how it turns out. Got a couple of cool little vans tonight, an old station wagon, an old Chevy truck. So we'll start off right here with the little Ford Econoline. I've never had any of these Econolines before. I don't know a lot about them. Mid-60s unit, but like I said, I've never owned them before. I don't know the minor differences between the years and things like that. This van's been sitting here for a really, really long time. Basically, probably just a parts van at this point. You know, we saw it's still got a lot of the nose in it. It's missing the lower grille, but some of the other trim pieces are there. The Econoline still on the side. Some really fine shag carpet type seat covers that somebody had added to this van at some point in its life. But like I said, it's been here for a really long time. It's got some rust coming through in it. No windows at all in the back of this van. So it was a completely windowless, strictly a cargo type unit when it was sold new. Come around the back, the rear doors are still here. Once again, absolutely no windows in the back of this van. And even along this side here, totally solid on the side. But we can come up this side and take a peek inside of here, and it does still have the dash and steering column and some of those pieces in there that are, are unique to these little vans. And it's stacked full of a whole bunch of other junk. But like I said, it's been sitting here in the new yard for I don't know how many decades, and everything I get into in here is always a new adventure. So I don't know what's in the back of it. Probably just a bunch of junk that got stored in there 30 or 40 years ago. So coming up along this side, still got the Econoline on here. A little bit of the old lettering for whatever this thing was used for at some point in its life. But really, probably not really a good project van, but a lot of good pieces. For as popular as these little things have gotten, tons of good pieces here for somebody. So, next to our Econoline, we've got a little 74 Chevelle Malibu station wagon. As we all know, wagons are crazy hot. They're super cool. Everybody loves them. They never got saved, and now there's just not a lot of them left. These mid-70s GM A-body wagons, you very, very rarely see those. This car has been somewhat taken apart, but there's still a lot of pieces here. It does have typical rust down in the lower quarters like a lot of these. But if we look around the back, I mean, the tailgate's still here. A few dents, but it doesn't look like terrible rust issues. Back bumper, windows, moldings, luggage rack. Your factory luggage rack is still on it. We can come up the side and take a peek. The dash is still in. The front seat's gone, but still some dash pieces left. The front clip is off of this car, but apparently they took it off right here because it's all still laying here on the ground. There's the bumper, there's the fenders, header panel, headlight assemblies, pretty much all still laying here, just disassembled and scattered. Coming down this side of the car, kind of about the same thing. You know, the rear doors are here wagging, only the rear quarters are banged up a little bit, but windows, trim moldings. Get a good look all the way across the factory luggage rack on this thing, because all these old wagon pieces are just getting harder and harder to find all the time. So, kind of a cool piece, something you don't see real often. A lot of those wagon parts will interchange with the Buicks and the Pontiacs and the Oldsmobiles of the era also. So, and for as hard as that stuff is to find, always glad to add some things like that to the inventory. Up next, we're going to take you around another little van. This time we're going to catch a Chevy, same era, mid-60s, little Chevy van here. This had factory windows on the back doors, as we can see, and it does still have the back doors on it. If we walk along this side of it, we've got a window here on the side, but I don't think it was factory. I don't think that these aluminum frame with sheet metal screws in them was a factory option on these vans. I think someone added the windows to the back of this one. Solid side doors also. So this one was also basically set up as a cargo van. Still got the Chevy van badges on the side of it. We work our way around the front of this one. And I think this is the earlier one, like the mid-60s, because of the flat windshield. Once again, I've never owned any of these vans before. This is the only one I've got. It's the only one I've ever owned. So as I get into some of this stuff, like I've mentioned on a lot of these other videos, of what I'm finding out here in the new yard, there's a lot of vehicles in here I've never owned before. So I'm learning as I go. As you guys need pieces for these things, I'm learning from you, from what you're telling me about them. So with this flat windshield, from what I've been told or what I've learned, it's the 65, 66 era. Very flat nose on these vans also. We come down along this side and we kind of got the same thing with the solid sides other than the added window, the Chevy van badge. We take a look inside of it here. I don't think this door opens, but we can peek our head inside. It's still got the dash, the glove box door, a lot of the trim pieces in it. And it looks like this one was used as jack storage. There's a lot of jacks, lug wrenches, miscellaneous things like that stored inside of this van. So as we come down this side, we can see the flat panels on the sides of this van. Our non-factory accessory sliding back window. And we can roll on around the back and back to the back of the van. And the back doors don't look bad. One of them's banged up a little bit, but there again, these old vans, these old station wagons, 20 years ago, nobody saved any of this stuff. It was just junk. Nobody cared. Nobody saved them. Most of it went to the shredder. They've crushed them and shredded them, and they're gone. So even though this stuff is kind of rough, I'm still glad to have it because I know there's stuff out there you guys can use on them. So let's catch one more for tonight. We'll work our way around to the 60 Chevy pickup. And once again, like I always keep telling you guys, every corner in this new yard is an adventure. There's a whole pile of bumpers on the back of this 60 Chevy pickup. And they all look pretty solid. None of them look mangled. Lots of good pieces here. Just have to take some time, sort them out, try to identify them, and see what's in here that you guys can use, because there's a lot of good pieces there. At least they stacked them up on the back of the frame of this Chevy pickup, kept them off the ground so they're not rusting. Just got to sort them out and identify them. And obviously there's no bed on this Chevy pickup. There's no front clip on this Chevy pickup. Take a peek inside of here. The cluster's gone, but the rest of the dash stuff is still here. We can look inside of here. There's even more bumper guards and headlight bezels laying inside of this truck. So still has a factory seat in it. Those are getting kind of tough to find. Come on around the front. There's obviously front clips gone. Did have a V8 in it. Has a kind of a custom homemade grill guard welded to the bumper. I think it's pretty stout. There isn't anything moving there all the way back to the frame. So I don't think you want to catch your shin on that one. So anyway, that's what we've got for you tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Got any questions, as always, just give me a shout. The best way to get a hold of me is to call me, 620-786-4428. That number's on the pages. Don't text me. I don't have time to answer play 20 questions on texts. If you call me, I can still keep packaging parts, pulling parts. More than happy to have that conversation with you, but I can talk and still work at the same time. And that's where I get into trouble, is on time. Not enough hours in the day. Tons of you guys need these pieces. I'm trying to get them off, packaged, and on the way to you, and that takes a lot of time. So more than happy to have a conversation with you on the phone. I just don't have time to stop and do this constantly all day long, times 40, 50, 60 people trying to contact me every day. So give me a call so we can talk about what your vehicle is, what your goal is for your project, and what you want when it's done. I'll see if I got anything that can help you out. So as always, thanks for being here. Can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me. These videos are fun to do, but it'd be kind of boring if it was just me. So you guys stopping by and hanging out is what makes it all fun and what makes it worth it. So as always, if there's some stuff you want to see, just let me know, and I can always try to work it in. Lots of cool stuff to look at in the new yard still. Lots of more inventory coming in all the time. We'll try to get you maybe a new inventory video for Friday night. Going to try to get some more cars picked up here in the next day or two. Tons of stuff going on, staying busy. If there's anything you need, just give me a shout. I can get you on my list, get you checked. And for something you need, we can sure get it on the way to you. So anyway, we'll shoot for a new inventory video Friday night. We may get some of the new Buicks that have been coming in from Dad's place if I don't get time to haul anything else in. And next week, we will get you a video, probably get you some more stuff in here, and we'll see what else happens over the weekend. So, and if you can see here behind me, next week, we'll catch some Vegas. So if you're a Vega fan, stay tuned. We'll have some videos coming on these little Vegas next week, probably. Tons of more stuff to go in the new yard. All kinds of cool iron out here to look at. And as always, more rolling in the gate every day. Tons of things going on. Super exciting. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I appreciate you watching the videos. If you're on Facebook, like the page, share it with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. Everything I've got on here is gearhead stuff. That's all I know. That's what I love, and that's what I do. And that's why I'm glad you guys are here hanging out with me, because that's what we love, and that's why we're here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More cool stuff coming up, and we will see you Friday night.